Part 4 of gonorrhea, it's about pathogenesis of Neisseria gonorrhea. That is, how does this kind of organism cause the disease, which is called gonorrhea. Now, let's move into details about this kind of pathogenesis. As we can see here is that when this gonorrhea is introduced into our bodies, because we said it affects mucous membrane of different areas such as cervix and the urethra. Now, there are specific cells which are attacked by this kind of bacteria, and these are columnar and cuboidal epithelium. It does not affect the other types of cells. Once it reaches a place where we have this kind of a columnar and cuboidal epithelium, it invades these cells of these epitheliums. Now, in women have lactobacillus. This is a bacteria which is a rod in shape. Now, this kind of a bacteria reduce that kind of this Neisseria gonorrhea adherence that is sticking to this kind of cells, and also it reduces invasion of cells in endometrium, that is in the uterus. And those women who have a lot of lactobacillus, you find that they are not affected by Neisseria gonorrhea. Now, after invasion of cuboidal or columnar cells by these bacteria, what happens? After invasion of epithelium, a vigorous response by neutrophils. That is, neutrophils enter those areas and start their response and start killing this kind of bacteria. Now, due to this kind of a response, it results to shedding off, that is sloughing off of the epithelium. And when this kind of epithelium is sloughed off, that is shedding off, this kind of a material, because these cells die, they do they do rot and produce what we call pus. Now in this case. Also, the places which this kind of epithelium have been shed off, it develops what we call microabscesses. Microabscesses, these are small cavities which develop in these areas. Now, this material or these cells which have been shed off, they do rot and produce what we call pus. This kind of a pus, it's a discharge which we see coming out from the reproductive organs of female and male. Now, when this pus is stained and looked on a microscope, it reveals large number of gonorrhoeae. These are Neisseria gonorrhea bacteria which look like a coffee bean with some few neutrophils there inside. So we have large numbers of these gonorrhoeae and we have few neutrophils. Now we have seen that after invasion, what happens? Now let's look on another thing here. Is that now some gonorrhoeae, that is Neisseria bacteria, some of them escape the killing mechanism. It escapes the killing mechanism by neutrophils, and they continue to multiply inside these epithelial cells. And this is a process which make this disease continue to spread. So, if the disease is not treated, this kind of neutrophils, they are replaced by macrophages and lymphocytes, which help to kill this kind of organism. So guys, if you see your reproductive organ producing some kind of a pus, just go to the hospital and be treated, because this kind of a disease can worsen with time. As you can see here, that some gonorrhoeae, they do escape, they do evade this killing mechanism by neutrophils. So guys, you can see how this kind of disease, how it can be serious. So guys, let's meet at part 5 in the next video to study another thing about gonorrhea. So guys, I wish you well. Subscribe. Let's meet next time. Goodbye.